But Sundays just feel too damn good. We are here. We are live. 3119 Hampton Ave, Overtime Studios. We have made it back to Sundays. High Off the Glass is in the building. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, shit, they're doing good. What is up? Oh, my goodness. Let me throw my little Celtic hat out here from the New City Edition. Got a rep. All right, y'all. We in the house here. Check it out. And look what's on the side, too. There you go. The most important part, Springfield, Mass. On the side. We repping. All right. So we have made it.
Can't get the head
I am, can I start the show? Can I start the show? Dude, we got to talk about I swear to God, I wish your ass would call me throughout the week like I asked you to. I'll call you.
Oh,
Never fucking call.
Never
fucking call. Thanks, Coach.
I had some
Thanks.
things that
all right, here we go. Yo, I am very happy to be back on Sundays. This is the Comfortable Confines, and we have a special announcement for the show. I am joined today by Coach Damon Hill. He's in the building.
Good afternoon.
He's actually speaking up. It's amazing. I love it. And we are also a special announcement that we have for today's episode. Let me get my sorry ass social media going. I really hate it, but you know what?
So professional.
You got it. Yo, guess what?
Professional.
It is professional because guess what? You got to do it. I asked you to put the title in. You couldn't even do that. Yo.
I gave it to the producer.
He ain't put it in.
Oh, so now it's my issue.
No, I'm the executive producer. Well, no, that's the executive producer. I'm the producer. But look here. More importantly, for this episode, we would like to give a major welcome. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know what he does. New co-host of the show, G Money Grant Locks is in the house.
What's up? How you doing?
Mr. Grant, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, bro.
Let's rock.
Thank you for accepting.
Yeah.
I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
I had an idea this was going to happen because you are perfect for this show. You have been a great guest for this show and a staple of this show since you've been on.
Appreciate it.
So I would like to say welcome again.
Thank
you. Coach, you would have known if you would send me a phone call with a Marvin. Major shout out to Gentlemen's Club show right before ours, man. I miss my Sunday folks, man. I can't wait to get back acclimated with these beautiful people down here. My city, my music on Sundays because it has been a while. But how are you gentlemen doing, man? What is cracking? We got some basketball and stuff to discuss.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How y'all doing? I straight push down here. I'm just going to start the show off like this, y'all. I placed my little bets today.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing. Thought I had more time, but I did not. But I'm going to just run down my little list. Yes, it's NFL. I did not do NBA games today. Guess what? Because there is no NBA games today. They wanted to make this in-season tournament that has been outstanding and has been amazing. They wanted to make this its own thing, which they did. So no games Friday. No, there wasn't a bunch of games Friday. No games Saturday other than the championship and no games today. But for NFL, this is what I have. I want to lay this out real quick, and y'all feel free to jump in with your comments.
Okay.
I got Oakland money line, and it'll never be Vegas to me. It's always Oakland. What is it? Buffalo money line, Denver money line, and Coach ain't gonna like this, but I got a Philly money line.
Ooh.
I really, and yes, y'all were favored by I think 3.5 for that, Coach, but I'm taking Philly because. I just think they're a better team than y'all. And from that ass whooping they took last week from the Niners, I really think they're going to be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to show something. So that's why I'm going with that. Any comments?
I think you might have a point. I think it's going to be a dogfight because even though Philly got spanked by the Niners last week, Dallas also lost to Philly by a foot out of bounds, which is a half an inch. So
Right.
in the back of their mind, they said, we won.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a dogfight.
So they might have something to prove.
Wow.
It ain't just in the back of their mind. It's a known fact. Dallas outplayed Philly that game and just gave the game away. We know Dallas won that game.
I would say this, though. Dallas hasn't proven to win games. Even though they played the best, they haven't proven. Philly's proven. this whole season has been proven.
They know how to come back.
They can come back and win, and they're not blowing people out.
Which, G-Money, I'm glad you brought that up. And, Coach, I know you're going to jump on this. That, I think, has been Philly's problem. They've had to come back too damn much.
Okay.
I wish they would, even with they even did it with with the Niners game, they jumped out, but they couldn't hold on to it. Too many games, the Philadelphia Eagles have just given up 10, 14-point leads and have magically came back in the second half. They got to stop doing that.
It wasn't the fact that they jumped out against the Niners. What they did against the Niners is the problem that Dallas has. They jumped out, but they only got 2 field goals. You can't go against an elite team scoring field goals.
Right.
That's why the rest of the game, San Francisco did what they did. But in regards to Philadelphia has the 24th ranked pass defense. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't have a problem with them coming back. Because great teams, good teams / great teams, they have to show the ability to come back.
If you're a great team, don't you think you should have the lead and be able to hold on to it?
Who wants to be in blowouts all the time? You don't learn nothing from that.
Say what?
You don't learn anything from blowouts all the time. All you do is get your head built up.
Right.
Until somebody knocks you off your feet.
Right.
You gotta be in a dogfight to prove the heart.
But they've been in
squad.
dogfights too many times this year.
There's no such thing as being in dogfights too many times. How can you be in pressure situations or elite situations to prove yourself too many times?
You don't have to prove yourself, though, if you can get a 7-point lead and sustain it the entire game. You don't have to always be coming back. To me, that's a lack of discipline.
Okay, in the instance that you're just saying, it's still a close game. That's a 1-possession game all game long. That's a close-ass game to be in.
Okay, but they get down by more than 7. You know what I'm saying?
It don't make a difference if you're down by 7 or 14 or 21. If you come back, you come back.
What I would say to your point, is that it might be bad because these close-knit games is tough. When it's a blowout, it's a little easy. You can rest a little bit, right? You ain't got to strain yourself, but all these 1-possession games is to the nitty-gritty. You playing the full fourth quarter, so your body wearing down.
Even though you're in a bunch of close possession games, win or lose, it still don't necessarily mean that you're going to make it to the bowl.
Right.
True.
For instance, last year a record was set for wins in 1-possession games by the Vikings. Did they make the bowl? No. And look at them this year in 1-possession games. Can't finish the deal. That's what I'm saying. Just because, but
Vikings also have 3 different quarterbacks this year as well.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Shit.
And one of them, the one who came in the emergency duty, he outside of one game, he's played at an elite level.
You ain't lying. Dobbs been balling.
Not so much elite, but a very good level. But
Dobbs been balling.
Possibility level for him to get a contract.
The man got a nickname already.
Yeah. I would say though, in regards to your sheet, you probably want to move to some prop bets.
That's the thing. Okay,
I
hear you, right? But no, check it though, Coach. This is a really good because see, that's what I usually do, right? And I'm so glad you brought that up, Coach. That was a great freaking point. I usually do that because I just throw $10, $20 on something, right? And thinking, and I do like maybe a 6-team or a 7-leg or a 6-leg parlay, and it'll have some player props in there too. This was straight teams, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going in. I threw 50 on it. My potential payout is $1,300. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you could have been way more than that,
bro. But I ain't have time. I had to get down here to the show. You know what I'm saying? This is not like I placed this yesterday. I placed this right before the show, right after church, right after I church, went home, ate, changed clothes, and ran over there. Placed this bet, came down here.
See, the issue was the ATE part. 8. Cut that out.
Guess what? I had to. I ain't had time.
I
had to throw something in my belly. But I mean, I got plus odds on all these games except the only game I didn't get plus odds on was the Denver game, which I'm shocked by. No, I got plus odds on that. The only one I didn't get plus odds on was the Buffalo game in KC's favor. You know what I'm saying? So I got minus 103. I don't understand that.
What you should have did with the KC Buffalo game, you should have just went total points instead of money line. Just go total points on that one. Because think about it.
Well, I want to total points would have got me a better odds percentage, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it would have. Because you would have been going with the over-under, and everything else was already plus.
Yeah.
Your winnings would have been even more. Okay.
Well, I'm not bad at this bet. I hope it cashes. This is going to be a big one today. But, all right, y'all. So let's get into it. We are here to talk about cannabis and basketball. And I am remiss. I apologize to you guys for the last, at least the last 2 weeks. No, I think we did a marijuana minute 2 weeks ago. I think last week. I'm sorry, I had a great marijuana minute for you guys. Was not able to get to it because we did the high off the glass game of the week. He wants that ashtray, and that high off the glass game of the week was a great new segment we did. Everybody had their games. G Money and Coach had theirs. I did mine. We're gonna hit y'all with that again, but we're gonna start off with the in-season tournament. I thought. I was praying it was not going to be a blowout. It was not. I was praying no one got hurt because this is a game that it means absolutely does not matter at all. And the great part is I guess it kind of was a blowout, but not until the end. Indy played their ass off.
Right.
Fakers tried to do that bully ball with them at the start like they did with the Pelicans. Indy was not going for it. They really stepped up. They played their ass off. What's so funny?
I'm looking at Anthony Davis with 40 and 20, and you saying they didn't play bully ball. You're like he was the bully on the block that day.
Listen. Started off, I said
I didn't see any of the game.
You didn't see any of it?
He ain't see nothing.
That concert in Columbus, was that good? Made you miss?
I'm at a concert.
Wow.
How am I going to watch a game at a concert?
On your phone. You
know how much of a loser that sounds like?
You tripping.
I'm at a concert. I'm going to watch a game at a concert.
You do a basketball and cannabis podcast. You knew we was going to talk about. You ain't seen none of the game. Wow. Well, you're going to be stats man today. I'll fill you in. And I guess G Money, you do the same.
Yeah.
Fakers tried that bully ball like they did with the Pels. Indy wasn't having it. They actually held up with their ass and cut it to 3 in the third.
Yeah.
But then
they could never get past it.
They could never get past the 3. They could never get past it.
It don't matter that they cut it down to 3. How many minutes is a game? 48 minutes.
It does matter when you're obviously outmatched.
It's full of runs.
Okay, you know what? You didn't watch it. G Money, tell me what you thought.
So I got a couple thoughts, right? First thought, I would say they got bully balled. But do you think maybe Pacers got paid off not to win?
No.
For LeBron?
What?
I'm glad you just said that because according to
what?
Stop the presser. The reason I got to say that, and I really got to interject right here because you have got to see
already.
You got to see
Iguodala and what's my man name? Evan Turner.
Their podcast?
No, you got to see him on Gil's Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas podcast?
You got to see them on there.
I don't waste time watching no shit with Gilbert Arenas. That dude is a fool and a liar. What are you talking about?
I'm sitting up here telling you that you got to see it for a reason.
They
just broke that down.
I didn't see it.
Evan Turner talked about when they was playing Golden State in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's with Portland.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with this year's
I'm trying to tell you, if you let me.
That is so
He was
silly.
like, dude, we had a 17-point lead 3 games straight.
Oh, you going to get foul trouble.
And the refs made sure
Yeah.
each time that lead was gone.
Yeah.
He told him, Elton Brand told him in his rookie year.
You
Game 7 against Boston in the playoffs. They had the right to go against Miami. He said Elton Brand told him, we got to win by 15 and win by 1 today. He was like, what you mean?
Oh, I heard that story.
Yeah.
I heard that story.
That's what happened. The league wanted the Lakers to win. Once Boston lost on Monday.
Of course.
No, I'm saying once Boston lost on Monday, it was a done deal. It was a done deal. It was going to the Lakers.
And I say that
you did not connect neither one of them. You just had 2 different stories. You did not make them shits connect at all.
All the reason I would say that, right, is because the storyline of LeBron winning the first ever
NBA
one
Cup.
thing, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then also, if you watch the game, how animated Anthony Davis was.
Yeah.
Off of stuff that really wasn't animated at all.
It wasn't enough to be animated about.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So the stage was set, right? And then you can also see Halliburton wasn't really playing, even though they was putting pressure on him, right?
Halliburton was dishing.
He was dishing, yes.
Halliburton was facilitating more.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
He only got his
hardly
points towards
scoring.
the end,
Listen to
which really mattered. But
saying.
if you watch the
He
game,
averaged 27.
if you watch the game, he wasn't really penetrating as much because they were trapping him at a certain spot.
Yeah, they were locking him up.
But if you watch and listen to the commentary says, like, towards the second half, they scooted Tyler him back. They set his picks back so to give him more space. Now, if these are elite coaches, and they see the schemes that's going on, and they see that he keeps getting trapped in a certain spot, right? You would automatically say, okay, just back up, bro, because I see it already happened 2-3 times. That looks like they playing. They waited the whole half to change it to where. Yes, they only down by 5 at the half, but the momentum was LeBron was already going because he had Naismith in foul trouble, right?
Why did they think that Aaron Naismith could check him one up? That didn't make any fucking sense.
That's a setup.
That was stupid.
And LeBron is, and then you got to also understand this: the bully ball effect comes into play right there.
Oh yeah,
because LeBron is 40. Yeah. What 22-year-old is
39?
What 22-year-old is going to stop a grown man playing basketball?
I mean, you will if you have a decent defensive setup. You put up a wall like how Doc used to do in 08 with us with the C's against Cleveland with him when that's all he did was drive. That's like you can stop it.
You can't stop like Shaq in the Shaq sense, right? LeBron compared to these kids out here is like Shaq compared to the people that was trying to foul him back in the day.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
You can't really stop him.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't gonna because he got grown men strength.
You can stop. You can stop.
Okay, I don't know.
But keep going. Finish your point.
I'm trying to figure out how you gonna stop him.
I'll explain
him in 20 years.
Finish your point.
So what I'm getting to is that they let LeBron and Anthony Davis have their way, right? They get to the point where they got a comfortable enough adrenaline over Indiana where Indiana couldn't come back, right? Halliburton wasn't on fire like he usually is, right? Buddy Hield wasn't really making shots like that. Naismith was in foul trouble. Right.
What did Buddy have for points?
Some of these stats kind of refute what y'all was saying about Halliburton.
No. I said he scored at the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, at the end of the game.
Yeah, he didn't really do much.
He had 20 and 12.
Because he went 8 for 14.
Yeah, but that's towards the end of the game, right? But if you look at other days,
minus 19.
Other games, he's going.
And he had the most shots.
He took the most shots throughout the whole game?
Yeah.
No.
It didn't seem that way.
It sure the hell didn't.
It didn't seem that way.
Everybody else.
Towards the end, though. In the end, he started shooting.
Yeah.
He started
Toppin, Turner, Hield, McConnell, and Ben Matherin all took 11 shots, and Naismith took 10. See, but they only shot 37%. And you only shot 24% from 3.
Right.
There's no way you can win.
But if you're watching the stats, right, the stats are misleading because what's the big man from Indiana?
Miles
Turner was off.
Yeah, he was.
3 of 11.
He was.
3 of 11 and one out of 5.
And they gave him stupid fouls.
Thank you.
Like I said, it might.
He fouled out.
They might have taken him off.
That last
Miles
foul,
Turner didn't have a block?
Bruh, that last foul he had. Oh, shit. That last that last foul he had was basically, it looked like get me the hell out of here foul. Because it was an inbounds pass. They were what was it? He was fronting, AD was fronting him. And I think Indy had the ball. He basically yanks AD out the way just to get in position to get the ball. Indy was inbounded. He did it right in front of the ref. And coach, this was gonna prove your point, or you gonna know what the hell is going on. Soon as the foul happens, what does he do, G Money? He goes right to the locker room. He was done. And this was like, I think this was like what, maybe 2 minutes, a minute left in it was just, to me, it was just sad.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant about bringing up Iguodala and Evan Turner, because they was bringing up instances like that when you can tell where something other than the regular game is going on, and you get so frustrated, but you like, man, fuck this,
it's not basketball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, forget all of this. This is some other stuff going on.
I'm sorry, finish.
That's why I was saying, man, you should really see that episode because they dropped some science.
I've heard
real
that story,
science.
Though.
No, not just that. Not just that. Just when you see it from a real. Iguodala is super intelligent.
I can watch his
super
podcast.
intelligent.
You know they have their own podcast.
I'm saying, but that particular episode though, because Rashad McCants was on there as well, it wasn't no superficial stuff being said. This was all real things that everybody was saying.
I believe it.
And because Gil drops a lot of sense about business, about how, like he had to tell Buddy Hield, man, you need to chill out and take that money before you talk yourself out of this money.
A lot of the business shit he says though is just like conjecture and bullshit. For you to say that, for you to criticize, I forget which big man it was that paid, criticized Greek freak Giannis for paying Hakeem, the dream, 50 G's that come help him, which he needs because he needs that low post help. You gonna criticize that? A lot of times he just sounds like bullshit to me, dog. Like I'm just saying. But to go back to what y'all saying, I got just a few points that I had on the game. why did T.J. McConnell have 3 straight possessions in the fourth where he's shooting? Like that goes back to the Halliburton thing. Why was he? It was like Austin Reeves was clowning in the first half, and I don't know if you remember this. If you peeped it, did you peep how Austin was clowning, and then TJ tried to match that shit, and he's not that good.
No.
Like you're not as good as Austin Reeves, bro. So chill with that. And in the first quarter, Austin was playing. He was playing good, but it was just like that's all we kind of seen from it. But in the third, Indy was not going away. Halliburton hits a 3 in the fourth. Hits a 3 in the fourth with 8:23 left. It's 94-98. You know what I'm saying? Fakers was still up. TJ's play has been instrumental. Was what is it? McConnell though. Even though McConnell is not as good as Austin Reeves, Indy is not in that game late or in that game at all if it's not for TJ because them steals he was getting, the shots he did hit. I mean, he was instrumental in that.
What make Austin Reeves better than TJ McConnell?
Oh, I don't know. Height, dribbling, scoring, so defense.
TJ McConnell had 9 assists and 3 steals yesterday.
That's what I know. That's
in 18 minutes.
I literally just said.
And on top of that,
but dude,
and on top of that, what?
I'm not gonna say it.
I would say this though.
And on top of that,
you also have to put in the fact that they're told what to do, right? Tonight, like your job is to facilitate. We don't want you to shoot. So T.J. McConnell, he's not told to shoot.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, they say, listen, we want you to get busy. You a white boy, and this is the Lake Show.
12 free
I
throws.
need you to go do your thing every night. When you get the ball, go. When you see LeBron's his interviews, they always say what you think about what's his name, Austin Reeves. Austin just goes.
Word.
He just go like they want him to be the man.
He had 12 free throws.
Yeah, he was getting hit.
Who? TJ? No.
No, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, told you. Austin was
Anthony
doing
Davis
it, bro.
had 13.
Yeah.
They was giving Anthony Davis fouls.
They were
He
AD
shot
was,
more free throws than anybody from either team.
I want to say this too. And this is the 1,000% truth, and I'm surprised nobody said this yet, but I know, Coach, you wouldn't say it because that's your guy. But I'm going to just say this. About his bronze drives to the cup in this tournament, in this season, 80% of them shits look like offensive fouls. They look like Giannis now. It used to be he could get around people and score and possibly get the foul, which and if not get the foul, he would cry about it, this, that, and the third. Now he is just plowing into cats.
Bully ball.
Yeah, case in point, when they finally called it on them last night when Carlisle challenged it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Carlisle had to challenge that for them to get finally get a call for them for his offensive fouls. I'm sick of his offensive fouls.
If they don't stop you, what you supposed to do? You supposed to go to something else?
No, go do what you do. But guess what? Can't you drive without like constantly fouling somebody? Like I think Giannis.
If
they
it was
call Giannis on it.
If these players was constantly fouling, it would be getting called.
Well,
Bruh,
these
please,
are elite
LeBron
players.
James.
But this
Come
thing,
on, bro.
But it's also you have to keep in
Please.
you have to keep in the fact
Shit ain't
that
fair.
got to keep in your mind that it's also a strength thing too. If I'm
Thank
weaker than you, then
You're
it
not going
looks
to
like
stop
I'm
me.
bouncing off or I'm fouling when I'm
Right.
really not. So, but that goes to bully ball, right? That's why the league, and I got another point, right? This is why the league is going towards young instead of old. Why you don't have 40-year-old men who can hoop, who can hoop still,
Right.
35, 36, they can still hoop, but they put out the league. Why? Because the league doesn't want a whole bunch of LeBron James and PJ Tuckers playing bully ball and strategic basketball, right, at a high level, but they strong, they oxes. They want to see the fast people. They want to
Right.
see a kid do a 360, throw the thing under the legs and dunk in the game, you know?
Yeah, but I disagree with that. To your first point, saying there's not enough older players in the league. There's not a lot of vets.
Yeah, no.
Too many of these teams don't have vets. But to me, I don't think it's because they want to. Maybe it's because they want somebody faster and younger. But I think it's because they want somebody younger because they can pay them less. But somebody who's just coming into the league or been in the league 2-3 years, you're not making as much as somebody who's been in the league 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just vets minimum. That's just how that is.
But then also,
so I think it's a money thing. But you need more vets on these teams.
Yeah.
Especially Indiana,
But
a
see,
team that's so damn young like them.
there's a way you can get around the money thing with vets because you're in your prime when you're not a vet. Let's say your prime is your 28, 29, 30, right? You're a vet, but you ain't old, right? You're still good. 35, 36, you're not finna get prime money. So the incentives are going to be different. You're going to get the vet, but you can also get, hey, we'll keep you on the staff As long as you motivate and provide, like Udonis has, right? They gave him a contract.
Right.
This is what we're going to do.
Right.
If they did that for everybody,
yeah,
the league would be a lot better.
But and you're 1,000% correct. But see, the difference between the Heat have culture in Miami and the rest of the league, Miami kept him on the bench just to do that, just to be that player coach, just to be that because it's funny, and NBA players say this all the time. Players say this all the time, and coach, you know this. You can be a player, and been through the wars and all this stuff and this, that, and the third. But as soon as you get off that bench and you put on that suit and tie, or you put on that jogging suit that they wear now, and you're not one of them, you're not a player anymore, they look at you different. That's why the Miami Heat had Udonis at the end of that bench for so long. That's why before Udonis, it was Juwan Howard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Juwan, we know you're not going to play no real minutes, but we just want you over here to mentor this team. And that's what Miami does. That's why Miami's good damn near every year.
But every franchise has a player who is a diehard player for them.
Right.
Every person you named is a diehard player for Miami. Mm-hmm. Right. So every player,
they got that role.
Right. But I'm saying every franchise could do the same thing.
Yeah.
All you have to do is find that person with a lot of heart that's on the team that looks like they love it. Don't trade them because you like that heart.
Yep.
You keep them there, right?
Yep.
And then you build around that, like the Draymond thing. Mm-hmm. More than likely, they might not trade Draymond.
No, they're not.
Right? Because Draymond is a personality that they want to have of toughness, grit, you know, and Steph is the shiny pony.
Right.
So they try to build around both. So every squad should have somebody on their
Gotta have vets. You gotta have vets. Coach, where you at with it?
I'm understanding what y'all saying, but I'm sitting up here looking at this box score now.
No, to vets.
Where are y'all getting that there wasn't no bully ball, man? The Lakers hit 2 threes.
I agree with you.
Thank you for taking it right off the point.
They hit 2 threes, man. They only hit 2 threes. And
they were
the free throws
from three.
The free throws was even. The Lakers even took 7 less shots, but they made 12 more.
Because they was all in the paint.
Now I was just about to say they out rebounded them by 23 rebounds.
To be honest with you, that's where besides
that's how they won in the bubble.
That's how they won. They literally won by just pounding the paint. That's why AD went off, because they just pounded the paint. Indy, and I don't understand why a lot of these teams. So there's some now they're starting to get it, even though they want their big man shooting too much. But these teams are starting to realize, hey, we're too small. We need to get bigger. And the Fakers know that, and they know they need size, and they just kept pounding it and pounding it. Indy had nothing to do with it. They couldn't stop it.
I stated like 3 years ago during this 3-point barrage that the game is cyclical and it's coming back to the post, and big man will be coming back and taking over. And that's just how basketball is. This is the league better hope that they didn't wake up last night. Because looking at this box score, if they play like this for the rest of the season,
who, the Lakers?
Yeah. This is them waking up. If they wake up and play like this, and just say we not finna be tripping off threes like that, I know this was a good matchup probably, but man,
AD ain't gonna do that all year.
Oh my God, this was ridiculous.
AD almost got hurt in this game and faked it like he hurt his groin, when he really hurt something else.
Yeah, he hurt his nuts.
He didn't really get hit in the nuts.
You don't think so? I thought he got hit in the nuts.
Part of the reason that I'm saying this is because they also had a lot of assists.
Who? The Lakers?
They had a lot of assists last night. I'm looking at the box score.
Yeah.
Assists, rebounds, and a good shooting percentage from 2 without. It's an anomaly.
Let's talk about assists, man. Is an assist? I pass it to you. You got 1 dribble and you score. Is it 2 dribble score?
2 dribble.
It's 2 dribble score, right?
Right.
In the league, I think it's more than that, because they give assists out for nothing. I'm telling you.
Wow, critical of assists. That's different. Critical of assists.
I'm telling you, bro, you have to watch.
I ain't saying that.
Explain, G-Money. Explain.
I'm just saying, like, they go off emotion, right? It's not really the dribbles no more. It's how with the motion you going. You know, you can take 4 or 5 dribbles, but if your motion is still going forward and they call a foul, you know, or not to call a foul, but if you just going after the pass, they giving it to you, right? And it's not. The technical term is 2 steps, right? 2 dribbles, and it's an assist. Anything more than that, it's either a travel or it's you on your own, you in motion.
Yeah,
we still it can't just be I had the ball on the ISO after that.
Right, you know what I mean?
Right.
But nowadays, where you see these assists is they giving up assists because
that's funny.
they just throwing stuff in there.
Rules 101, ladies and gentlemen. We get to the nitty gritty on high off the glass.
I had somebody try to argue me down the other day that Isaiah didn't give assists out like Magic. I had to tell him to get out of my damn face.
Yeah, Isaiah gave out assists like a mother.
He
just wasn't known for that.
They just
he
promote
just wasn't known
certain
for
things and certain people.
Yeah.
Isaiah was known for that.
Isaiah was known for scoring.
He tried to argue with me. Oh man, Magic had just as much handle. I'm like, man, you don't be quiet.
That's stupid as hell.
Come on, man. One of some of the greatest crossover ever is Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Way better than that one dude from Philadelphia as well.
My God, the hate is real.
Are you talking about Ivo?
It sound like it.
Whoa!
It's not even the same crossover.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's not the same
It's not
crossover.
the same.
But you have some people who think just because it's wide
Yeah.
and he has long arms that they think that crossover is actually better. And it's nowhere near better.
Nah, it's more risk.
It's an anomaly because
Yeah.
no point guard really has arms that long.
Nah.
You have to be able to have that crossover tight.
Tight.
He said
And,
nobody
yeah.
has-
The tight crossover will always look better
Hardaway.
and be better.
Tim
Because it's
Hardaway.
bow and it's
Yeah,
go.
and it's go,
It's not
yeah.
that you got to do all of that. All point guards want to get to that move and get out of there.
I'll be
Your
honest with
coach wants you to get to that move and get out of there.
But
I don't want you doing all of that.
Coach, I'll be honest with you, it's really regional because you have to do it like that if you in Chicago because it's so goddamn windy, the wind will take the ball. If you on the East Coast where I'm from.
Man, if you don't stop that.
But hey, for real, where I'm from on the East Coast, cats do all that. Number one, the stunt. Number two, to shake the shit out their defender. I mean, it's kind of regional thing.
Besides,
Where's Ivo from? He's from VA.
Besides Allen Iverson, tell me a point guard from New York City. Since you watched, I'm pretty sure you watched the point guard documentary. Who got a wide crossover?
I didn't watch that documentary.
Well, just going.
Sham got a wide.
Sham God got a wide crossover.
Talking about Sham God?
Sham
That
got a
wasn't
wide.
not that wide.
Ray for Austin crossover is wide.
Oh my God.
Baron Davis
In the
but
league.
he from
In the
LA,
league.
though.
In the league.
Okay, my bad.
Kenny Anderson?
Kenny Anderson.
There wasn't no wide crossover.
It
Bob out. Ask Bobby Hurley.
You right.
See what I'm saying? Rod Strickland.
His wasn't.
Nah.
His
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he just gave you two. So, I mean,
But I
there's some
gave
cats
street-
that do
I
some
gave
wide
street
shits.
ballers too,
I'm
though.
used to cats doing
Them
wide.
street
It's street
ballers.
ballers.
Just
Them street ballers.
Just
I'm
saying.
talking about in the league.
They were the cats he named were in the league.
Ray for Austin was he was in the league, but he's known for being a street baller.
Well, he was in the league. Okay.
Tim Hardaway.
Orlando wouldn't have won without him. They
Chicago.
went to the finals without him.
Bob
That's
out.
the truth. And if
Shoot,
if
for real.
they would have played him more, they would have won.
Bro, they wouldn't have won.
They would have won.
Bruh,
If
they had
Courtney
no
Lee missed the layup.
G Money, they had no business getting past us. The only reason they got past the Celtics because KG was hurt that year
Hey,
in 09.
it
That was the only
happens,
thing.
but it happens.
And Big Baby
And they
was
were
not
a very
big
nice
enough.
team. Though.
They should have won.
That Orlando squad was nice.
They
They
were nice.
It was very
They were
nice.
nice.
They
But
should've
they weren't going
won.
to beat the Fakers, though. I mean,
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
like-
It was a tough ass. Again, same situation we in now with LeBron in Indiana, right? Kobe and Dwight. Who you want gonna win? Kobe was looking for number 4 at the time, right?
And that Faker team was where I think that Orlando team was a nice roster.
That's
But
what I'm
they
trying to
had
tell you.
But it's like he's saying though,
Rafer,
that it fits
Dwight.
the narrative.
Who else they have on
we
the-
need
They have
we needed
Perry.
they needed Kobe to win one without Shaq.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
And it's LA.
Boy, you coming with it today.
It's
boy.
but to go back to what Coach's point, it's about business. And if you a marquee person like Kobe is, LeBron is, Tyrese is going to be. This was his introduction. Then you gonna get these games where they just give it to you. If you fortunate enough to get to the point where it's called a championship and you the more high ranking person, more than likely they're gonna give it to you.
I love this for, and I'm about to jump into one of our segments here in a second. But I love this for Indy because this is that trial by fire type shit, and the iron sharpens iron, and if this does not make them better, I don't know what the hell will.
Man,
Like
this
this has to make say what.
This is only for Tyrese.
Bruh, no, I'm talking about the whole team.
No,
you don't
no.
like that Indy team?
No, I like the
that
team.
Indy
But
team.
what I'm telling you is that everybody on that team has already been in the league, right? Buddy Hield's been in the league for a minute.
Right.
Miles Turner been in the league for a minute. They already done hit their peak. They done got their money.
Right.
Even though I know Tyrese got his money, but he's still an up and coming all-star, right?
Yeah.
He just had all-star first year last year.
Yeah.
he's the next wave. So this was his introduction. Like, this is only good for him.
Yeah.
Everybody else, it don't matter. It's only good for him.
All you other
I disagree.
y'all-
I think
y'all
it's good
tradable.
for a team, for the
Yeah,
whole
'cause
team.
no, everybody else is tradable.
Yeah. It's only good for him.
You think they're gonna be like, oh, you can't have Aaron Neesmith?
No,
Take 'em.
I'm not saying for past this season. I'm talking about
this season.
I'm talking about for this season,
Yeah.
for their skill level and how well they're going to do as a team.
You think they're gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah. Hell yeah, they making the playoffs. They already what? They fourth. I think they fourth and third in the damn conference.
No, they're fifth.
In the Eastern Conference?
Yes, they're 4 games over 500.
In the Eastern Conference.
Yes.
And
Okay,
who the 5 better than them? Philly, Boston,
Milwaukee,
In Orlando.
Orlando, yeah. And
Orlando.
another young team that's going to make the playoffs.
See, but it's a huge difference between the records of the top 4 and Indiana.
Orlando's proven
It's a big difference between being 7 games and up over 500 and 4 games.
So somebody say something. Say that Indy is not going to make the playoffs. Say that.
Nobody was saying that.
Exactly. So they going to be there. You know what I'm
what is
saying?
it? The
And they're
top
going out in
six?
the first round.
It's the top 6.
Depend on the matchup. No, I take them.
It don't depend on the
who they
matchup.
play.
Okay.
If they played Orlando, okay, in the
right now
first
they
round,
play Philadelphia.
They out.
Oh.
Thank you.
I
Swept.
take Philly, but definitely not
Swept.
a sweep. Definitely not a sweep.
Joel
Definitely
Embiid
not
will
a
average almost 50 against them.
That's true because they don't have no
they ain't
big.
got nothing.
But I still don't see a sweep though. That Indy
Both
team is-
Tyrese's
I don't know
will.
why y'all sleeping
Both
on this Indy
Tyrese's will
team.
cancel each other out.
Huh?
Both Tyrese's will cancel each other out. Maxey and Halliburton. So now you got the rest of Indiana versus the rest of Philly. Sweep.
I still don't see a sweep.
Sweep.
I still don't see it. We're not going to argue about something that's hypothetical and probably won't even happen. All right, we're about to jump into it. Sorry, y'all, it's been a little minute, but we're here. We're back with your Marijuana Minute. All right, y'all, we about to jump into it. First on the docket this week, guess what, y'all? The Buckeye State is now legal for marijuana. Marijuana is legal there for adults 21 and over. So shout out to what is it? Ohio for finally getting it right. There you go. Finally got
Too bad
that
they
going.
got the dispensaries all spaced out.
I know, right? I mean, they probably don't even have none yet. They probably just now opened it.
They opened Thursday.
They opened Thursday. There you go. So
Couldn't
now
find one.
100. You said we couldn't find one?
It was
Oh yeah, you were just in Columbus. Yeah.
spaced out. They was like 20-something minutes away. It was from where I had to be at.
Okay, bet. So did you partake? Did you hit one up?
Nah,
It's too far.
It was too far from where we was at and where we had to do.
Wow.
Everything was real bang, bang, bang.
I feel you. Okay. All right. Majority of Florida voters approve the proposed legalization ballot measure. Okay, so in Florida, wow, Florida's so behind the times. They just now approved it to be on the ballot to legalize marijuana. So I guess that's a step in the right direction. If they don't get that dumbass governor up out of there, this fool think he thought DeSantis thought he would out dump to be the next Republican nominee for president. That he's losing that battle. All right. Next up, researchers report that using cannabis before going to bed is associated with improved sleep quality. I think a lot of us knew that, especially strains that we know will relax you and calm you down and not give you have certain strains that make you want to get up and do stuff, and there's other strains that make you want to sit down. And there you go.
Hear that, haters?
For
Y'all
real.
just want to smoke.
No, I want to go to sleep. And which one is it though? Do y'all know? Is it indica or sativa? I think it's
Indica puts you to sleep.
Yeah, it's indica. And I get that from a lot of folks that say that, oh, I don't like to smoke, it puts me to sleep. Stay away from indica, smoke sativa, and certain people, like myself, I don't have that option. I don't have that. And the only time I ever smoked some green, and that shit knocked me out. Was I smoked some Eli Manning when that shit first came out, and I was supposed to go see Ghostface that night over on the South Side on Cherokee, and that Eli was so fucking strong. That shit, I was knocked out for like 15, 20 minutes. I took a nap at my people's house and then walked down, left her house, and went down, joined the rest of my peoples down there to watch the show. The show was dope at, I think it was 2112. That venue, y'all remember that venue over on Cherokee? They used to have the numbers. Used to have some amazing shows in there. Shout out to Ghostface. All right, next up, study authors conclude that there is no increase in cannabis use by older teens following adult use legalization. So for those of you that said, oh, okay, well, since they legalize it now, more kids are going to be smoking it. No, not true. That research has not shown that at all. In New Hampshire, a state-appointed commission tasked with studying the feasibility of regulating adult use cannabis and sales in state-owned stores failed to issue policy recommendations in its final report to lawmakers. State-appointed commission. Well, I guess that state-appointed commission didn't even report it to lawmakers. That sounds kind of stupid. All right, next. Hold on, I gotta have another one. You know what? I want to look at this New Hampshire one for a minute because that shit kind of threw me off. I don't.
It's the state of New Hampshire.
For real.
Nobody cares.
Shit, New Hampshire was on it first, though. I'm surprised. Task force fails to find consensus on 2024 legislative legalization plan. Man, it's still not legalized in New Hampshire? That doesn't make any sense.
Once again, it's New Hampshire.
Oh, my God.
New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. No one cares.
Wow. Yep, we'll get off of that. But in those New England states, though, it was usually legal longest.
They probably still governed by England.
I guess.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, what?
They probably still under control over there, man.
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. And last but not least, patients fail to exhibit changes in neurocognitive performance following cannabis use. Investigators concluded medical cannabis may have minimal acute impact on cognitive function when prescribed and used as directed. Do y'all hear that? That's a major one. It makes me weird. It makes me not function right. And it's fucking bullshit. Complete bullshit. And those are your marijuana minutes. All right, that's that. All right, so are y'all ready to do high off the glass game of the week? Yeah. You gentlemen ready for that? All right. I'm going to get some sound for this later. First up, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right, G-Money, he is up first.
Okay.
G-Money has his high off the glass game of the week.
So my high off the glass game of the week, obviously, I like to focus sometimes on the ladies. So I like to focus on Caitlin Clark, who last week, yes, sir, joined the 3,000-point club in the NCAA. So she is 15th all-time in women's NCAA D1 with 3,000 points. The next person ahead of her is Kelsey Plum, who's in the league, just won a championship for the Vegas team.
Wow.
So Caitlin Clark is on the road to probably get top 10.
Shout out to Caitlin. That was a big deal by you, Miss Lady. Big deal by you. The woman is making so much money at Iowa.
Oh,
she can tell NBA to
she's
WNBA
the
to
Tim
chill.
Tebow of Iowa.
Yes,
she is killing it, bro. Like it has to be hard to be. She's the queen. Like you're the guy. You trying to hoop, right? You want to be the man.
Yeah.
And you getting outshined because she's averaging 40 almost. Yeah. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, cause like if LeBron was in college, right? He would average 40, right? Out of high school, he would have averaged. I don't know. I think he would average 35 something. He'd have been nice.
I know he would at least would have had 25.
Okay, I will give him that, right?
25 in college is big.
It is big as 18, right?
Yeah,
but also Durant, he averaged like 25, but he was also skinny.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron wasn't skinny,
right?
So, but my point is that when you're so good, right, you can't compare yourself But you know, she's just.
And they're still able to, and she's still able to get off, even though that's
It's crazy. She's on another level shooting wise.
Right.
Another level.
Yeah. I give her props. I love Caitlin Clark. She is cold blooded. I can't wait for the matchup when they play LSU again.
Yeah.
I want to see that. It's just the only thing is just can the rest of the team, can they help her be as good or help her win as much as she should win?
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, quickly answered. I like that. No. Right on, G Money.
She has to have 30.
No doubt.
Plus.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, so you got that? Is that it?
No, that's it. Yeah, they won. They beat Iowa. It was a rivalry game. They beat Iowa State 67-58. It was close towards the end. That's it.
All right. Yeah. Right on. I like that. Coach, and I should have done this for you, G Money, but I got you next week. Your half the glass game of the week, Coach.
To piggyback a little bit off what you just said.
Oh, Lord.
She's the second fastest in NCAA history behind Patricia Hoskins of Mississippi Valley State to 3,000 points. But
amazing.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark in that point from G Money. Nothing but a G thing. That's the music that you're gonna play.
Yeah.
But my game of the week would be from the in-season tournament quarterfinals between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers.
Oh God. Okay.
You know, and it also ties in with my Learn Something segment, but because it's about the excitement of going to an NBA game, just being a part of the atmosphere. The atmosphere was different because it was a tournament game. It was live from warm-ups.
Yeah.
Actually, I had been smoking earlier that day, and I threw myself off thinking about the time. Because I knew Indiana wasn't on Central Time Standard.
Central Standard Time.
Central Standard Time, but I knew they were in the Eastern Time Zone, so my phone never did change. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't?
The time didn't change.
Oh.
So I'm at the arena early, and I've always wanted to get there early for like shoot around and stuff.
Yeah.
And a shoot around was cool. They actually, since the game hadn't started, I've never seen us at the NBA game. They let me go outside to the vehicle and come back in.
Oh.
Because the game hadn't started yet.
Well, I mean, you got there. What you got there? An hour early? 2 hours early?
Like an hour early.
Well, why wouldn't you be able to leave and come back in? Like, that's why they stamp your head.
No, there's a lot of arenas they don't allow that, especially with the NCAA. But like with the NCAA tournament, but they don't allow that. But that's what I'm saying. As far as just like that game experience, getting a chance to go to different arenas and seeing how different things go, seeing the sight lines, things just look different when you're in person than looking on television. You get a whole different feel for it.
Yeah.
And just looking at the game.
How did it feel? Did it feel like a?
It was live because when you're at a game, you talking to people that you don't know. You talking trash. You talking informational type stuff. You getting a feel for everything, and you letting people know. We be walking out of here tonight with this dub. I don't care what y'all got to say or do.
Yeah.
So all game long this is going on, but my coach mind is looking at the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, we got a lot of turnovers. And they don't have none. I'm like, we can't win like this.
But hold up, what I'm saying is, though, how did it feel? Did it feel like a regular season game or
it felt like a playoff game, like I said, because it was live from the warm-ups. It was. I ain't never seen no arena live like that outside of a playoff game, because I've been to a playoff game. But at a regular season game, for it to just be live from warm-ups and everybody amp, players amp, just like I said, the whole vibe of everything. Still didn't get a T-shirt.
Why didn't you get a T-shirt?
They never throw it to you.
That's what I'm saying.
You talking about that?
I'm still undefeated.
Yeah,
all over the country. I still have cheap ass. You don't want
to go to the gift shop.
Dog, you don't want to need. Dog, I have been courtside.
Wow.
And not gotten a shirt thrown at me.
You know what's crazy, though?
close.
Why didn't you? Check it, G Money. I'm about to poke holes in this shit. Why didn't you? Because when we went to the Bulls' first game back in United Center a couple years ago, after Corona, whatever, COVID, when we went to the Bulls' first game at United Center, I got a shirt. Matter of fact, I got 3. I got one for for my daughter, my son, and wife.
No. I'm talking about the T-shirt that they give away.
That's what I'm talking. The one. Remember they fell from the ceiling, bro. You didn't grab one. I got 3.
No, I didn't grab.
That's your fault. That's your fault. And you don't even remember that, do you?
Nah, I want it out the gun.
Yeah.
I want it from the damn
It
cheerleader.
fell from the rafters.
I
It had a Kia a parachute on
I got something I'm trying to prove here.
You got it, man.
I'm tired of the damn
So
thing
you
is
want a
shooting.
free shirt?
It's shooting shirts all around. I can't get one.
Never.
So I have been all over these arenas. I've been up top. I have been down low. I've been all over. I can't get free socks. Nothing.
And it looks
But-
like it's coming to you. Then
Yeah.
it's short.
Yeah.
Ball short. They ain't got no
Stress
arm
ball.
strength.
Nothing. I have not gotten anything.
No arm strength.
And I'm tired of it, as you can see. But
I'm tired of it.
But these,
I'm
like
done
I
with
said, I got
these shenanigans.
I got a new souvenir cup. And just like I said, just the whole experience.
Did they have special cups just for it being in season?
No, they didn't. And like I said, getting a chance to meet Tony Delk after the game.
That was dope.
It wasn't a meeting like that. Because like I said,
How'd that happen?
when the Pacers go up 7 after that dunk, the dunk by Buddy Hield.
You was trying to burn.
I knew. It's
You
over.
was trying to shake.
Now, normally, I'm sorry.
it is.
9 times out of 10, I am there to the final whistle, win or lose.
Exactly.
But I knew this was a tournament game, a lot of traffic. Oh, we ain't coming back. We out of here.
And another reason you was trying to hustle because you was driving home that night, right?
Well, no, we wasn't tripping off that because that's the number 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
We wanted to beat that traffic, and he wanted to beat the traffic too. He was walking. We was both walking like Joe Braxton. Trust me.
I don't know who Joe Braxton
Joe
is, but I
Braxton.
guess he was
Just Google Joe Braxton, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But to the people who don't know,
Oh, so you caught him, and it just to catch y'all
I'm
up.
walking. Me and Marchette walking. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at dude's face. The first time I looked at his face, I'm like, that's Tony Delk.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking. I'm like, I don't want to say nothing. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you looking real familiar.
Yeah.
And I saw the media tag. He's like, yeah, I'm Tony Delk. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, let me get a picture, dude.
Right.
Man, he was cool about because I got a partner. Shout out Jeff Reed. He a big Kentucky fan.
University of
So
Kentucky.
I had to send it to him. He knew exactly who it was
Oh yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. When you sent it to okay, so just to let y'all in, we got a little text thread with Rodney Michael, Coach, and I, and he put it in there, and I'm looking, I'm like, I wasn't sure at first, and I was like, is that Tony Delk? Because Tony Delk, to me, he was one of my favorite guards. Like in the UK back in the '90s, one of that Tubby Smith team. Like he was dope. Like and that Kentucky team was cold blooded. And this was after Pitino made the jump, to the NBA. So it was Tubby Smith was the coach of them the Kentucky team. Then who else was on that? Was Ron? No, Ron Mercer was on that. Other
Saul was on that. Saul was on that team. Or was it with the other son?
Who?
Saul Smith, Tubby Smith's son. Because he won a championship with his son at the PG.
The light-skinned one.
No, his
point
son.
guard.
But I like both his sons. But the
nothing
one that
about
played with him
Tubby
at
Smith's son.
Kentucky, he was nice.
Yeah.
He was nice.
Okay.
mean,
I just
no
thought
choice.
that was just super dope. Even though, y'all were hustling. You couldn't even tell him about the show though, Coach. Like,
Man,
dude,
we was trying to get to the car. First of all, it was a
It
sellout.
was in passing.
You know how the seats are at the NBA game.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting at an angle all game long.
Oh, wait, hold on
My
now.
knees was feeling terrible. We
Oh,
trying to get out of there.
I get that. Now, trust me, I'm with you on that. But here's the thing: the way you made it sound, y'all are walking out the arena. So I figured you seeing them while y'all walking, right?
Yeah, we walking in there.
All
we
right,
all,
then.
we trying to get out of here.
Get the picture and then tell them. Why did you not? You wouldn't tell the man you're on a
I'm
basketball
in
podcast.
pain. I'm trying to get to the car.
But you had the wherewithal to take a picture. But you
Yeah.
couldn't tell them about the show.
It's Tony Delk. NBA players, come on. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to
Trying
get
to build
a
some
flick with this.
content, Coach. Good goodness. All right. Hey, look who it is. What's up, Miss Lady? Yo, The Ghetto is up next, ladies and gentlemen. One of the stars of The Ghetto, Nikki, is in the building podcast of the year. Yo, so what else were your takeaways from that game? Because I'm so glad you went.
The floor looked different in person. It's
It
more.
looked different on TV.
No, it looks different than what it does on TV. TV, it looks darker.
Okay.
It's a little lighter than
It's
than
brighter
what it
on in
was.
real. Yeah.
The uniform is ugly. Indy's uniform is ugly. They don't need that light blue. But like I said, on the whole, the arena, because I already been there, but
Yeah.
everything was great.
That's
Everything
dope.
was great.
That's dope.
Everything was great.
That's dope. I'm so glad you were able to go.
I got a towel for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take
And
that.
a program.
Appreciate you, bro. I'll take that too. Thank you. Anything you give me, I'll take. What's the name? I'm happy for the NBA because again, Coach. I said this last week. Coach had the wherewithal. He had the vision. He knew this was going to be dope. Adam Silver has nailed another one. I thank God no one got hurt. in this championship game, but this entire tournament has been good. There's probably a few tweaks they're gonna make to it next season, but I mean,
yeah, they gotta add the stats.
Well, the stats for the in-season tournament are going to be its own thing. So next year, you're going to hear them talking about last year in the in-season tournament, such and such scored. All that, everything, just like in the play-in tournament. Yeah. All the play-in tournament, those stats do not go towards your playoff stats. Those are just play-in tournament.
But does it go to your overall points in the league? Like LeBron had 30 last night.
Good question. I think it does.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. Great question, G-Money.
It should.
It should.
Yeah. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah. In your playing tournament stats should too. I mean, look, Silver, man, I did not know how good this guy was going to be. All I knew was David Stern my entire life. He was a Gestapo for the NBA. He ran that mug with an iron effing fist. Silver has been different, but still some of what Stern has done. But the play-in tournament, the in-season tournament, the new shit that they're doing. Adam Silver kicked in the door for sports gambling. That has never been a thing. You never heard any sports league commissioner on an open hot mic say, we want sports gambling. He was the first one to do it. Now everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. And so major shout out to Adam Silver. Major shout out to NBA. Yo, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. G-Money, what you got before we get out of here?
Nothing. I appreciate the opportunity again coming on here. I appreciate I have fun. Let's do it again.
Bro, you are now a co-host, and we are excited to have you.
Sure.
And look forward to hearing from you every week. I'm glad you talked a lot in this episode too. Go ahead, Coach. What you got?
Shout out to my woman. Love the game of basketball, and pretty soon we're gonna be talking about how the NBA has a stupid agenda.
Oh snap! Tease that. Okay, he put a tease out there, y'all. Wow. Okay. Tune in next week to hear what Coach is talking about. I put money on it, he'll probably forget. But yo, for myself, for G-Money, for Coach Damon, you can find High Off the Glass on YouTube wherever you listen to podcasts. Please subscribe. OThaGreat, OThaGreat on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitter, High Off the Glass on all the platforms. Make sure y'all check it out. And stay blessed. Keep hooping. Keep smoking. We out.